Good morning students, welcome to today's session. Already one session introduction part is completed, that means the definition of data structures is completed. Once again I repeat it here. You all know the definition of a computer. It is an electronic machine which is used for data processing and manipulation. And when the programmer collects such data types, you all know what are data types, and we have to process the data types required to store all them in a computer memory. So in order to make a computer work, representation of data is needed and accessing of data is needed, and step by step process also we need. That is, step by step means we have to know about the algorithm also. And a data structure is a representation of a logical relation existing between individual elements of data. And simply we can say that the data is a collection of raw facts. Data is a collection of raw facts, and the data structure is the representation of the logical relationship existing between individual elements of data. Once again I am repeating here, a data structure is representation of a logical relationship existing between individual elements of data. And also the data structure is specialized from format for organizing and storing data in memory that consider not only the elements stored but also their relationship to maintain logically. We can also define the data structure as the mathematical or logical model of a particular organization of data items. And the storage structure represents the auxiliary memory is called as file structure. And the data structure mainly specifies the following four things: organization of data, accessing methods, degree of associativity, and processing alternative for information. These four are the main specifications for data structure. And algorithm plus data structure is equal to our coding program. Algorithm plus data structure equal to program. And the data structure study covers the following points: amount of memory required store, time required to process, and data in memory, operations to perform the data. So these are four study coverage for data structures. And coming to the next, so obviously you all know, up to now we have known that what is a data and what is data structure. You all know the definition. A data structure is a representation of logical relationship existing between individual element of data, and data is collection of raw facts. That is about data structure. And coming to next one, classification of data structures. On screen you are seeing the classification of data structure. There are two types of data structures. One is primitive data structure, another one is non-primitive data structure. Under primitive data structure there are again four parts. One is integer, character, float, and pointer. Under non-primitive there are again two types: arrays, list, and files. Non-primitive again three types: arrays, list, and files. Under arrays, single dimensional, two dimensional, multi-dimensional. Under list, linear and non-linear also there. We will discuss about linear. Under linear, stack, queues and linked list. You don't worry about what is stack, what is queue, what is linked list. These topics are after second chapter and third chapter. We will discuss those topics in next chapters. Under non-linear trees and graphs, these trees and graphs are also, I think, last unit graphs. Last chapter name is graphs. We will discuss that topic detailedly in the last chapter. Mainly here the data structure is two types: primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Under primitive data structure, integer, floating point, character and pointer. And here the list is again two types: linear and non-linear. Under linear, stacks, queues and linked list. Under non-linear, trees and graphs are there. And coming to the next one, you all know the definition of pointer. So what is a pointer? A variable that holds the memory address of another variable is called as a pointer. Which holds the address of another variable is called as pointer. Non-primitive data types. The most commonly used operation on the data structures are broadly categorized into four types: creation, selection, updating and destroying or deleting. There are more data structures are there for deriving the primitive data types. And the non-primitive data types, these are data arrays, lists and files. Array is a fixed size sequence collection of elements of data same data type, and list is an order set containing the variable number of elements is called as the list. And a file is a collection of logical related information. It can be viewed as a large list of records consisting of various files. And coming to the linear data structure, a data structure is said to be linear if it is the elements are connected in a linear manner. That means linear fashion by means of logical or sequential memory locations. There are again two types in linear data structure: static memory and dynamic memory allocations. You all know what is memory allocation in C programming, and the memory allocation is two types: static memory allocation, dynamic memory allocation. The possible operations of linear data structures are insertion, deletion, searching, sorting, merging and traversing. And the best example of linear data structures are stacks and queues. And stack is a data structure in which the insertion and deletion operations are performed at only one end. We will discuss that in detailed in present chapter after 2 or 3 topics. Just overall I am giving here what is stack. A stack is a data structure. Insertion and deletion operations are performed at only one end. The insertion operation is referred as push, and the deletion operation is referred as pop. Stack is also called as last in first out. And coming to the queue, a data structure which permits the insertion at one end and deletion at another end, that is known as queue. And coming to non-linear data structure, queue is called as FIFO, first in first out. And in queue, front end and another end are there. From the front end we can insert and rear end we can delete. And non-linear data structure are those data structures in which data items are not arranged in a sequence. For example, data structures are trees and graphs. Coming to the trees, a tree can be defined as a set of data items in which data items are arranged in branches and sub-branches according to requirement, and a tree represents the hierarchical relationship between the various elements, and tree consisting of nodes connected by edges. The node represented by a cycle and edge level connecting to cycle. And this is about nonlinear data structure. And coming to next one, that is a graph. A graph is a collection of nodes and connecting edges between nodes. And graph having many types: undirected graph, directed graph, mixed graph, multi-graph, simple graph, null graph, weighted graph. There are other graphs are there which I mentioned as much as. And coming to the first question here, this is very important, the difference between the linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Every item in the linear data structure is a previous and next time. Every item is related to its previous and next item in linear data structure. Coming to non-linear data structure, every item is attached with many other items, that is called as non-linear data structure. Data is arranged in linear sequence in linear data structure, and in non-linear not arranged in sequence. In linear data structure, items can be traversed in a single run, but traverse is not possible in single run in non-linear data structure. The best example for linear data structures are array, stack, linked list, queues. Non-linear data structure examples are trees and graphs. And it is very easy to implement the linear structure, whereas coming to the very difficult in non-linear data structure. And that is, those are the main differences. See once here, observe once for a minute. And that is about the main differences between the linear and the non-linear data structures. And whereas coming to the operations on the data structures, we can create, we can destroy, we can select. And in design of effect, data structure must take an operation to perform and data structure into account. The most commonly used operations are creation, destroy and selection. Whereas coming to the creation operation result in reversing the memory for program elements. This can be done by declaration of statements. And we can use here the mloc function. You all know what is mloc function in C programming. And coming to the destroy operation, memory space allocated for specified data, we can use the function free. And whereas coming to the selection operation deals with the accessing of particular data within the data structure. So that is called as selection. And coming to other operations, updation, it updates or modifies the data into the data structure. And searching, by searching operation we can search a particular item in the entire data. Sorting, we can arrange all data items in a data structure in a order, that may be in ascending order or descending order. Merging, we can combine the data into two different sorted lists into a single sorted list. Splitting is the process of partitioning single list into multiple lists. Traversing is a process of visiting each and every node of a list in symptomatic manner. Once you observe here, and next one, time and space analysis of algorithm. That means how much time it takes to execute a particular program and how to analyze that particular program. We can see here an algorithm, an essential aspect of data structure is algorithm, and data structures are implemented using algorithms. An algorithm is a procedure that can write as a C function or program. An algorithm states explicitly how the data will be manipulated. And whereas coming to the efficiency of algorithm is the more efficient than the other algorithms, we would perform the chosen effective algorithm. So it would be nice to have a metric for the comparing algorithm efficiency. And the complexity of an algorithm is a function describing the efficiency of algorithm in terms of amount of data the algorithm must process. And whereas coming to the time complexity is a function describing the amount of time an algorithm takes in terms of the amount of input to the algorithm. So that is about time complexity and efficiency of an algorithm. And next, coming to the space complexity, a space complexity is a function describes the amount of memory it requires to store the particular algorithm, and that is about space complexity. So coming to a brief session on arrays, let us remember your previous C classes. I am giving just overview, not detailedly I am giving you. There are many types of arrays are there. One dimensional array, two dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. You all know that. So here one dimensional array is a data structure that makes use of computed address to a locate. Its element is one dimensional array and a vector size is fixed and it requires a fixed number of memory locations. And coming to the two-dimensional array, the two-dimensional array are also called as a table or a matrix. And two-dimensional array in which elements are stored column by column is called as a columnizer matrix. And this is about one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. I am not discussing here clearly because you all know what is one-dimensional array. And whereas coming to the applications of array, symbol manipulation that represents a matrix, representation of polynomial expressions, and the second one is sparse matrix, that is about applications of arrays. You see here these are all the linear and examples for how to represent a matrix rows and column wise. This is about matrix representation in arrays. I think you all know that. And coming to the next overview on stacks and queues. Already I have said that there are only push and pop operations are there. In push we can push the elements in array. In pop we can delete the elements in the stack. And the application, recursion, keeping track of functions, evaluation of the expressions, reversing characters. These are the expressions. Applications of stacks. No need for these all. We can discuss these topics detailedly in tomorrow class. You should know the difference between recursion and iteration. I think you all know what is recursion and what is iteration. In iteration, a problem is converted into a train of steps that are finished one at a time, one after another one. In recursion is a like peeling all of those steps on the top of each other and then caching them all into a solution. And recursion iteration steps are clearly lead on to the next and like to stepping stone across the river. And recursion each step is replicated itself at the smaller scale so that all of them are combined together eventually to solve a problem. An iteration problem is solved recursively. Not all recursive problems can be solved by iteration in recursion. It does not use stacks. It uses stacks in recursion. Observe once the main differences. So these are the main differences between the iteration and recursion functions. You all know these. What is this? Infix to postfix conversion. We can take one expression and we convert to infix to postfix. See once clearly. Remember once your C programming class. I think you can guess, you can remember that. And these are the best examples for stack operations by using infix and postfix conversions. We will discuss these detailedly in tomorrow class. Just up to now I have covered what is a data structure and what is a data, and there are how many types of data structures are there. So a data structure is collection of raw facts, and data structure is representation of logical relationship existing between individual elements of data, and is specialized format for organizing and storing data in memory that consider not only by the elements stored but also their relationship to each other. And there are classification of data structures are two types broadly: primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Under primitive data structure, there are basic structures and directly operated upon by the machine instructions. Data structures that are directly operated upon the machine level instructions are known as primitive data structures. integer, floating point and character constants, pointers, etc. already we have discussed. And non-primitive are the most sophisticated data structures that are derived from the primitive data structure are called as non-primitive data structure. The non-primitive data structure M has the structure of group of homogeneous and heterogeneous data items. This is about non-primitive data structure. And a non-primitive data structure is a data structure which data item is connected to several other data items, and the hierarchical relationship it maintains between the parent and child relation. The data items are not arranged in a sequential structure. These are the main differences between primitive and non-primitive data structures. And that's all for today. We will meet with a new topic by tomorrow.